I hope this finds you today on this Monday, this beautiful Monday, this holy Monday. And continuing with the Holy Week, Monday comes right after Palm Sunday. And on this Holy Monday, the atmosphere in Jerusalem shifted completely. From the previous day of the hosannas and the celebratory moments and the honor and the victory, this day, this tone was much more confrontational and symbolic. And this day is usually two primary events, right, that served as a wake-up call to the religious establishment of the time. And the first event is the cursing of the fig tree. While Jesus was going into Jerusalem, he saw the fig tree and that was in leaf, but had no fruit. He cursed it and it eventually withered away. This wasn't a moment out of frustration or anger or anything like that. It was a living parable. In biblical symbolism, the fig tree often represents Israel. And by cursing the tree that looked healthy from a distance but lacked fruit, Jesus was making a statement. And his statement was about the hypocrisy of the religious leaders, having the leaves, the outward appearance and ritual, but none of the genuine faith, the inside, the fruit. And number two, my favorite, the cleansing of the temple, probably one of the most famous, events in times of Jesus. Goes into the temple court. He's met with a massive commercial operation, money changers, people exploiting travelers, selling sacrificial animals at an inflated rate. There was a court of the Gentiles, and that was the only place that non-Jews could go and were allowed to pray. And then we see Jesus with his righteous anger, right? He starts flipping over the tables. He starts physically clearing people of the area, stopping them from using the temple as a shortcut to carry merchandise. And then Jesus echoes the prophets of Jeremiah and Isaiah saying, "My house will be called a house of prayer for all nations, but you have made it into a den of robbers." Amen. And at these actions of Jesus, it was like a point of no return, right? By disrupting the temple's economy, challenging the authority of the high priests, especially on their own turf, Jesus essentially forced the hand of the Sanhedrin from this Monday on, where the plot to arrest and destroy Jesus was no longer a quiet discussion, but an urgent priority to the high priest. Christ is king.